Addictions can take many phases, affecting people of any age or race or sex. And it can be associated with alcohol addictions or drugs, cravings of cigarettes, or even devise, binging, withdrawal, guilt, and the repeat process of this craving is part of the addiction process. So when you crave chocolate and can't put it down until it's finished, it's an addiction. You may become irrational without your sugar fix. And no addict wants to be addicted. Addictive substances and behaviors can trigger a whole range and release of various neurotransmitters, one of which is dopamine, which leads to an intense feeling of pleasure and satisfaction. You feel euphoric. And over time, you develop a tolerance. Repeated exposure to the addictive substance or even behaviors can lead to a decreased sensitivity to dopamine. And then you will require higher levels of this particular addiction to achieve the same level of pleasure. And that is then followed by cravings. So you get a reduced level of dopamine. In other words, dopamine is increased significantly. You feel euphoric, you feel wonderful, and then it starts to dip. And that can contribute towards cravings because the brain seeks to restore normal levels of pleasure. And then eventually you'll have withdrawal symptoms that can be quite severe as the brain struggles to adjust to the reduced levels of dopamine. So the receptors become fried. In other words, you'll need more of the same addictive substance to get the same or an equivalent level of high. So addiction, being a compulsive and a chronic behavior, can be really harmful to the body. The addict adheres to the addiction to changes everyday life from unbearable to bearable, and the addiction can increase or decrease levels of GABA. Low serotonin as well is associated with addiction. So some people feel depressed or anxious and they have mood disorders. So do have a look at a webinar called Dopamine and Natural Addiction Recovery, where I will discuss the impact of neurotransmitters on addiction and how you can actually help manage it effectively.